When we launch a browser in Selenium WebDriver, the first step we need to load the application or load the website. In my first script video, I have already explained to load an URL using the get method. But we have another method to load any URL that is called to. So in this video tutorial, we are going to learn more about get and to methods and difference between them. So I am going to launch a Chrome browser. For that I need to create an object of ChromeDriver class. ChromeDriver equal to new ChromeDriver. So let's load Google application on my browser. For that we have a method get which we can call using the browser reference. That means ChromeDriver dot get. If you are using Edge, then you need to use that object. This get method will be available for all the browser driver objects. So this is the Google URL. Copy and paste it here. And I'm going to print the title of Google. For that I'm going to use sysout, and we have a method in my driver reference object called get title, and we know what is the title. Title will be the name whatever we see in the tab, which is Google. Let me run this program and we should see Google should have been launched and it should print Google on my console. So you can see Google has been launched, and if you see the console, it is printing Google. The same thing we can perform using another method called to, but we cannot directly call it as we call get. For that we need to use browser reference, that is ChromeDriver dot navigate. The return type of navigate method is navigation, which is an inner interface of WebDriver interface. In my previous video, I have shown you other inner interfaces like window and options. Similarly, navigation is also one of the inner interface of WebDriver interface. So call this method and store the return value into a type of navigation. And we know that when we try to import the navigation, it will be WebDriver.navigation, because WebDriver is the outer interface and navigation is the inner interface. And now we have a method in my navigation interface called to, and you can see it is overloaded. You can pass the URL type also, or you can pass the string directly. So let me pass as a string, and I'm going to comment these two lines. In fact, let me print the title with the to as well. Going to run the program again, and it will work similarly to get. So you can see it has loaded the Google, and in the console we can see it had printed the title as well. Let me close the browser. Now you might be thinking why we have two methods and what is the difference between them. So in fact there is no difference. Many beginners understand that get will wait till your application is loaded, but navigation.to will not, which is not correct. To prove my point, I am going to load a very slow website, which is cnn.com. So go to browser and type cnn.com. You can see it is loading. It takes more time to load. You can see this loader icon. So I'm going to load this URL through get and to, and will print the title of it. So copy this URL and let's type get first. Uncomment the line, and instead of Google just put the CNN. So I'm going to run my program. See the console here. So it has opened the CNN, and it is loading. It is taking time, and you can see it is not printing the title. Get is waiting for website to load, and once it is done, it printed the title. Let me do the same thing using the to. So close the browser and let's comment get and uncomment the to, and replace the Google with the cnn.com, and I'm going to run my program. So see the console, you can see CNN is being loaded and to is also waiting. It has not printed the title yet. Keep eye here. So now it completed, and then we see the title here. So to and get both worked in the same way. Both are waiting for website to be loaded completely before executing the next line in the program. And if I show the implementation of to method, for that control click on to, will go to WebDriver interface, and you will see implementation. So click on this to implementation and go to remote WebDriver. Inside this we can see it is actually calling get method. So that's why to and get both are same. There is no difference technically. It's just the another way of loading the URL. Then you might be thinking why we have navigation interface. There is no use of that. This is extra. No, that is not correct. If I open any tab, I can navigate to any website, right, like google.com, and if I click on my back button, I will go back to CNN. If I click on my forward button, I will go to google.com, right. This we can do in my browser. Same thing we can achieve in Selenium as well. For that we have the navigation interface. So using the navigation interface we can go back, forward, and we can refresh the page as well. So for that I'm going to uncomment this get, and here I will load the Google. So I'm combining both get and to here. Now I'm going to use back and forward methods. But before that we have written this line. This is actually extra line. We can use the method chaining, and instead of storing the return value into variable, we can directly use this statement here. So we can comment this line. This is called method chaining, which I have explained in my previous video. Now we know that once we run the program, it will load the Google, then it will load the CNN. Once this loads the CNN, I want to go back to Google, then I want to come back to CNN. For that, I need to use ChromeDriver dot navigate. Then we have method called back. The return type of back is void, and I want to print the title again. After going back, I want to use ChromeDriver dot navigate dot forward. So it will launch Google, it will launch CNN after that. Then I want to go back, so it will reload the Google and it will print the title. After that, I will go back to CNN again. So let me print the title here as well. Let me rephrase the last application, which we can do using ChromeDriver dot navigate dot rephrase. And after rephrasing, I want to print the title again. So I'm going to run this program. It should launch Chrome and it will load the Google first, followed by CNN. So you can see Google has been loaded, then it is loading CNN, and it is waiting for loading. After that only it will print the title. So you can see it went back to Google, then again it is loading CNN. Google is faster than CNN. And then you can see it is refreshing the CNN website. And it is waiting for it to load, and after that it is printed the title. So you can see we were able to load the URL using the get and to, and also we were able to back, forward, and refresh. So whatever web page we go through our automation script, those history will be remembered till the session is active. Once we close the browser, those history will be gone. So always remember to and get both are same, and to internally calls get method itself, and both will keep the track of history till your session is active. Once you close the browser, everything will be gone. And whatever way we use to load the web pages, we can go back, forward, and refresh. So that's all in this video. If you have any doubt, please comment on this video. If you really like my videos, please like, comment, subscribe, and share with others. Thank you everyone.